Unveiling the third secret of Fatima, the shocking revelation. In this video, we will share an astonishing story related to the third secret of Fatima, one of the most fascinating and controversial mysteries in the history of the Church. It involves the shocking revelation by a priest who read the unaltered third secret of Fatima, free from manipulations and censorship that had concealed it from the world for decades. If you want to know what it entails, continue watching this video until the end. But before that, please subscribe to our channel and hit the like button to support the dissemination of such content. The story we're about to reveal revolves around Father Joseph, an Italian priest aged 70, residing in a convent in Portugal. Father Joseph was a man of unwavering faith and devotion, dedicating his life to serving God and the less fortunate. He was also a passionate scholar of Marian apparitions, particularly those that occurred in Fatima in 1917. As you may already know, at Fatima, 3 young shepherds, Lucia, Francisco, and Jacinta, claimed to have seen the Virgin Mary 6 times between May 13 and October 13, 1917. During these apparitions, the Madonna urged them to pray the Rosary for world peace and the conversion of sinners. Furthermore, during the third apparition on July 13, the Madonna revealed to the young seers 3 secrets concerning the future of the Church and humanity. The first secret depicted a vision of hell, where the souls of the damned suffered excruciating torments. The second secret was a prophecy about the end of World War I and the onset of World War II unless humanity repented. However, the third secret remained the most mysterious and unsettling. The Madonna instructed the children not to disclose it to anyone but to write it down on a piece of paper and deliver it to the Bishop of Leiria, with the condition that it should remain sealed until 1960. The 3 visionaries obeyed, and Lucia, the sole survivor, entered a convent and lived until 2005. In 1944, Lucia wrote the third secret on a piece of paper and handed it over to the Bishop of Leiria, who forwarded it to the Vatican. This marked the beginning of the mystery. The third secret was never made public in 1960 as the Madonna had requested. Instead, it remained concealed for over 40 years, with only a select few popes and cardinals having access to the document. None of them ever disclosed its contents. Finally, in 2000, the Vatican announced the release of the third secret. It revealed a vision of an angel with a fiery sword threatening to destroy the world, only to be stopped by the voice of God, declaring, "Penance, penance, penance." The vision also depicted a pope being killed by soldiers while passing through a ruined city, along with other bishops, priests, and faithful. The Vatican interpreted this vision as a prophecy of the attempted assassination of Pope John Paul II in 1981 by the Turkish terrorist Ali Adka. The Pope himself attributed his survival to the Madonna and considered the assassination attempt the fulfillment of the third secret. However, many remained skeptical of this official version, suspecting that the Vatican had concealed and manipulated parts of the third secret to avoid scandals or upheavals in the Church. Some speculated that the third secret contained revelations about the crisis of faith, clergy corruption, and the end times. Among those skeptics was Father Joseph, who firmly believed that the Vatican had lied and that the third secret held much greater significance than they let on. To uncover the truth, he embarked on a daring and perilous mission, to read the original third secret written by Lucia in 1944. Father Joseph knew that the original document was kept in the Vatican's secret archives, accessible only to a privileged few. However, he had an advantage. He was friends with a cardinal working in the Vatican's Secretariat of State, the department handling the Church's internal and external affairs. Father Joseph confided in this cardinal about his desire to read the original third secret. The cardinal, who shared his concerns, agreed to help. He provided Father Joseph with a forged permit to enter the secret archives and gave him directions on where to find the original document. Nevertheless, he cautioned Father Joseph to exercise extreme caution, as discovery would risk excommunication or worse. Undaunted, Father Joseph was determined to uncover the truth, even at the cost of his life. One night, he entered the Vatican's secret archives with a forged permit and a flashlight. Following the cardinal's instructions, he reached a heavily secured room housing the church's most important and confidential documents. Father Joseph opened the door using a key provided by the cardinal, entered the room, and looked around. He saw shelves filled with books, envelopes, and papers. He meticulously searched through the materials until he found what he sought, the original third secret of Fatima. It was in a sealed envelope with the papal seal, bearing the inscription Third Secret of Fatima, to be opened only in 1960. Father Joseph wasted no time. He tore open the envelope and retrieved the aged sheet of paper with Lucia's handwriting. On it was a single sentence in Portuguese, penned by Lucia herself. Father Joseph read the sentence and was left astounded. It read, "In Portugal, the dogma of the faith will always be preserved." This was the same sentence Lucia had spoken to the Bishop of Leiria in 1943 when revealing a portion of the third secret. However, this sentence was incomplete. Lucia had added, "This I cannot say," and then wrote the remainder of the secret on another sheet of paper, the very sheet Father Joseph had just read. But what did this sentence mean, and why was it so significant? Why had it been hidden from the world? Father Joseph immediately understood the gravity of the sentence. It was a prophecy about the loss of the dogma of faith in the Church, except in Portugal. It was a prophecy of the great apostasy, a massive rebellion against God and His law that would involve many members of the clergy and ecclesiastical hierarchy. It was a dire prophecy, explaining why the Vatican had kept it concealed. Its public release would have triggered an unprecedented crisis within the Church, casting doubt on the authority of the Pope and bishops and causing divisions and scandals among the faithful. Father Joseph was shaken by this revelation. He realized that the Madonna had intended to warn the Church and humanity about the grave danger they faced. He understood that the third secret was a plea for conversion, penance, and prayer. However, he also realized that this message had been ignored and betrayed by those who should have conveyed it to the world. The Church needed purification and reform, and Father Joseph knew it was his duty to reveal the truth, regardless of the consequences. Father Joseph felt no fear. He placed the sheet of paper back into the envelope and concealed it beneath his robe. He left the secret archives without being detected and returned to his convent in Portugal, preparing himself for the momentous revelation to come. The following day, Father Joseph visited the nearest church and asked to speak to the parish priest. He told him he had something significant to share, something he wanted to do in front of the congregation. The parish priest agreed, and Father Joseph was invited to speak from the pulpit during Massachusetts. He recounted his story, how he had read the intact third secret of Fatima and what it contained. He spoke with courage and sincerity, concealing nothing. The congregation listened with a mixture of amazement and disbelief. Some were captivated and moved by his words, while others accused him of falsehood and heresy. Still, others were frightened, pondering the truth of Father Joseph's revelations. Father Joseph concluded his address with a call to conversion, penance, and prayer. He conveyed that there was still time to return to God and His law before it was too late. He emphasized that the Madonna loved them and sought to save them, but the choice to accept or reject her message lay with them. He then descended from the pulpit and handed the envelope containing the original third secret to the parish priest, instructing him to use it wisely and share it as widely as possible. Father Joseph had nothing left to hide or fear. Father Joseph left the church and disappeared into the crowd. He didn't know what would happen after his revelation. He might be arrested, or worse, by the Vatican. He might be heard and ignored by the world. He might spark a revolution or persecution within the church. But he didn't care. He had done his duty, obeyed the Madonna, and spoken the truth. This is the story of Father Joseph, a priest who read and revealed the original third secret of Fatima for the first time, a staggering but true story that could change the fate of the Church and humanity. If you want to read the intact third secret of Fatima for yourself, take a look at the sheet displayed on your screen right now. Read it carefully, contemplate its meaning, and pray with faith and love to the Madonna, asking her to guide you towards salvation. Thank you for watching this video. If you enjoyed it, please like and subscribe to our channel for more religious stories. May God bless you.